Listen, I hope you've never experienced this type of situation because this specific situation is very discouraging for literally anyone, okay? Stick with me here. So let's say you guys are in a group of people and then everyone is talking, they're having great conversation. You're typically really quiet and really, really shy and you don't say much, but you build up the courage and you actually join the conversation and you say something. And then all of a sudden it is quiet. And then that one person looks at you and they're just like, right. Anyways, and they start talking about something else, a completely different topic. They totally disregard everything you just said. And it's like, got it. I'm not wanted here. That's okay. I'm just gonna go back to my bubble, but I hope you guys have a great day. Listen, the scenario that I'm going to explain is so immature, and what sucks is that it's so obviously immature, and yet it still happens. So I hope it has never happened to you, but if your friend has done this, you need to rethink that friendship. Stick with me here, okay? So if your friend has ever liked someone and you guys were hanging out and their crush came along, all of a sudden, you were the joke. All of a sudden, your friend goes from being so nice to you and being your friend, but the moment their crush comes along, they have so much to say about you and they make fun of you. And it's like, you know that it's not cool. Like they're trying to come off cool or funny to their crush to make their crush laugh. But it's like, I'm your friend. Why? There are so many other things to talk about, and yet you want to attack me to make your crush laugh. No, not okay. End the friendship. I feel like there are a lot of valid reasons to why we do not pursue our crush. One of them, and the biggest one, would have to be the fear of rejection, and I get that, okay? But I feel like when one person says this one line, it just hurts a little bit more to why they do not want to pursue a relationship with this person, even though you know they genuinely have such deep feelings for this person. And it's, I don't want to ruin our friendship. And I get it. Okay, I get it. That's so valid. That is so valid. Because at the same time, it's like you like this person, but is it worth losing them if they do not feel the same way? But let me ask you this. Are you guys best friends because you guys were always best friends? Or did you guys become friends because you had feelings for them? To all my healing kings and queens out there, this is your reminder that you are still doing the no contact rule, okay? You are not replying, you are not reaching out, and you are not checking up on their socials. Why? Because if they reply and they say they're fine, that's gonna hurt you. Or they don't reply at all, and that's still gonna hurt you. It is a lose-lose situation. It's gonna make you feel like you moved 10 steps back, even though you just moved 2 steps forward. But let me tell you this right now, healing looks good on you. You are growing, you are learning, and you are thriving. You are living a life that you thought you could never live without them. And you are proving yourself wrong. If they wanted to be in your life, you would never even have to think about doing the no contact rule. You're doing great. Listen, as weird as this sounds, I feel like doing this one thing for your crush just shows how much you genuinely like and care for them. And while doing this, you end up breaking your own heart. And I feel like you know where I'm going with this, but please stick with me, okay? So you end up becoming friends with the person you like, and they end up telling you who they like. And it ends up not being you. So what do? You play Cupid. You decide that you're going to push your feelings to the side because you are going to help your crush get with their crush, because seeing them happy will, in theory, hopefully, fingers crossed, make you happy. Have you ever done that before? You know, when your bestie is going through something and they explain everything to you, they're just ranting and telling you every single mini detail that's happening in this one situation, and you look at them and you're like, so what are we going to do about this? And they look at you and they're like, what do you mean we? What do you mean? What do I mean we? We, us, me and you. Thing one and thing two. Best friends, the duo, hello? What are we doing? What am I doing? How do I support this? How do I help this? Do you need suggestions? Do you need advice? Do you need me to just listen? Listen, I need to know what I have to do in order to help us get out of this situation. Why? Because your situation is my situation. That is what happens when you sign up to being best friends. So what are we doing? Listen, this is how you know your bestie really isn't your bestie and they're talking behind your back, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong, agree to disagree, but let me know how you feel about this, but stick with me here, okay? So let's say a little birdie tells you that your bestie has been saying these mean things behind your back. So you wanting to confront your best friend because it shouldn't be that difficult, that's your best friend. Having hard conversations are part of friendships. And so you confront them and you're like, hey, this is what I heard. And your bestie looks at you and they're just like, and do you believe them? I'm your best friend. You know me better than anyone else. Why would you even believe that? I'm so offended that you actually think I would say that. That's so messed up. Gaslight. They are gaslighting you. They are victimizing themselves and making you feel bad for believing in what this little birdie told you. Even though you didn't believe it in the first place, you just wanted to straighten it out. If your bestie was actually your bestie, they wouldn't be mad at you. They'd actually be mad at the messenger and be like, what the heck, dude? Like, I didn't even say that. But instead, they're going to gaslight you and make you feel bad, make you apologize. Fake. Fake friend. Protect yourself. You know when you really like somebody and it's all kind of confusing because you don't really know how to explain what's going on between the two of you because no one has admitted that they have feelings. But one day it's like, they like me, I can tell. And then the next day you're like, okay, maybe not. Maybe I was just delusional and I was just overthinking it, you know? But at the same time, you don't want to lose hope, but you also don't want to have too much hope. So when people ask you, they're like, so what's going on? You literally just respond with, I don't know, we're just trying to see what happens. Kind of just is what it is. But you really don't know what's happening. All you know is that one day you're really, really happy talking to this person, and then the next day you're like, yeah, no, I'm delusional. Nothing's happening. Listen, I feel like this situation happens specifically with your best friend quite often. So let me know if you've ever experienced this, but stick with me here, okay? So let's say you made some new friends and obviously you want to have your best friend meet your new friends. So your best friend meets these new people and it's vibes. Like everything's cool, whatever. But then somewhere down the line, you're kind of like, it's not working out with these new people. So you tell your best friend like, yeah, no, it didn't work out. We're not really friends anymore. And your best friend looks at you and they're just like, yeah, I didn't really like them. Why didn't you tell me this before? And your best friends will probably respond and be like, well, you know, you guys were cool. I was just trying to be respectful, but yeah, no, like the vibes were kind of off. I didn't really like them. We could have avoided this whole situation if you had just told me, okay? Like, screw being respectful. Tell me you don't like these people because you know me better than I know me.